Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Agla Same Schools. I am Aishwarya and I am back with another chapter of social and political life. This chapter discusses the role of government in safeguarding interests, rights, safety of people and workers and how it ensures the non-exploitation of workers by private and foreign companies. So, starting with question number 1, talk to two workers, for example, construction workers, farm workers, factory workers, worker at any shop, to find out if they are receiving the minimum wages laid down by the law. Answer. Guys, in this question, you all have to talk to any of the nearby worker of any shop or factory and find out if their wages are as per the minimum wages laid down by the government. Question number 2. What are the advantages to foreign companies in setting up production in India? Answer. There are several advantages to foreign companies in setting up production in India. Following are the advantages. Number 1. Foreign companies come to India for cheap labor. Wages that the companies pay to workers, say in the USA, are far higher than what they have to pay to workers in poorer countries like India. Secondly, for low pay, companies can get long hours of work. Thirdly, additional expenses such as for housing facilities for workers are also fewer. Thus, companies can save costs and earn higher profits. Question number 3. Do you think the victims of the Bhopal gas tragedy got justice? Discuss. No, the loss of life and pain of victims of Bhopal gas tragedy cannot be compensated in any way. The justice is still not served to many of the victims. In the ensuing legal battle, the government represented the victims in a civil case against UC. It filed a 3 billion US dollars compensation case in 1985 but accepted a lowly 470 billion US dollars in 1989. The culprits behind the incident, UC stopped its operations but left behind tons of toxic chemicals. Till now, people are still fighting for justice, for safe drinking water, for healthcare facilities, and jobs for people poisoned by UC. Question number 4. What do we mean when we speak of law enforcement? Who is responsible for enforcement? Why is enforcement so important? Answer. Law enforcement means the government's responsibility of protecting the interests of people, their safety. As the lawmaker and enforcer, the government is supposed to ensure that safety laws are implemented. It is also the duty of government to ensure that the right to life guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution is not violated. This enforcement is important as with more industries being set up both by local and foreign businesses in India, there is a great need for stronger laws protecting workers' rights and better enforcement of these laws. Question number 5. How can laws ensure that markets work in a manner that is fair? Give 2 examples to support your answer. Answer to this question would be: law enforcement can control the activities of private companies by making enforcing and upholding laws so as to prevent unfair practices and ensure social justice. These laws can exert pressure so that both private companies and the government act in the interests of society. For example, private companies, contractors, business persons, in order to make higher profits, resort to unfair practices such as paying workers low wages. To ensure that there is no exploitation of workers, a law of minimum wages of act enforced. Question number 6. Imagine yourself to be a worker working in a chemical factory which has received orders from the government to move to a different site 100 kilometers away from the present location. Write about how your life would change. Read out your response in the classroom. Guys, this question is to be done in your class. Study the situation and record your answer accordingly. Read out your response to this question in the classroom. Question number 7. Write a paragraph on the various roles of the government that you have read about in this unit. There are various roles of government as studied in this unit. The main role of government is to provide public facilities like water supply, electricity, education, public transport facilities, etc. Next role of government is to enforce laws against private companies if they try to exploit the rights of workers in any way. Their role is to protect the interests of public and ensure their safety in every way. Thirdly, the government must encourage and support factories to keep the environment clean and safe for both workers and nearby public. This will ensure that workers' livelihoods are protected. Both workers and communities living around the factories enjoy a safe environment. Question number 8. What are the sources of environmental pollution in your area? Discuss with respect to air, water and soil. What are the steps being taken to reduce pollution? Can you suggest some other measures? Answer. There are many sources of pollution in an area. If we talk about air pollution, pollution is caused by vehicles on the roads, chimneys, industries emitting harmful gases, causing air pollution. Water pollution is caused by people themselves, where various garbage material are disposed in water bodies. Water pollution is also caused by diffusing of the chemicals by industries, mills, factories in water. Soil pollution is due to industrial waste, deforestation, garbage, and excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers. The steps and measures that can be taken to reduce pollution are as follows. The government must enforce laws in order to reduce pollution. Industries should strictly follow applicable government regulations on pollution control. Secondly, there must be carpooling to reduce air pollution. Third, adopt the 3 R's of solid waste management: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Use eco-friendly or biodegradable materials instead of plastic, which are made up of highly toxic substances injurious to both your health and environment. Never throw or dispose into the water, air, or land any substance in solid, liquid, or gaseous form that shall cause pollution. Now, moving on to question number 9. How was the environment treated earlier? What has been the change in perception? Discuss. Answer. Earlier, people did not know much about environmental pollution and safety. There were minimal laws protecting the environment. The environment was treated as a free entity for anybody to harm it without any restrictions. As we saw in the Bhopal tragedy case, the foreign company carelessly let such harmful and hazardous gas disseminating in the air, taking precious lives of many. After such a case, there have been changes in the perception of the government and people. The government introduced new laws to protect the environment by introducing the right to a healthy environment as the right to life. Under this law, government is responsible for setting up laws and procedures that can check pollution, clean rivers, and introduce heavy fines for those who pollute. Now, question number 10. What do you think the famous cartoonist R.K. Lakshman is trying to convey in this cartoon? How does this relate to the 2016 law that you read on page 123? Answer. The cartoon is displaying a young child deployed for another young child as a servant by the lady in the picture. This picture conveys a clear violation of the Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986, amended by the Parliament in 2016, banning the employment of children below the age of 14 years in all occupations and of adolescents 14 to 18 years in hazardous occupations and processes. So guys, this was all for this chapter. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, then don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. If you still have any doubts regarding the chapter, then feel free to ask us in our comment section below. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more NCERT videos of other subjects too. See you soon. Bye bye.